Mathematicians who like to break multi-digit numbers into parts and then subtract each part separately are using the strategy partial differences. I'd like to take a look at this strategy in action using negative numbers. First, I'm going to move my words over so I have plenty of room to write, and I'd like to look at the example 524 minus 287. Now, the partial differences strategy says that if we are going to subtract each part from each other, then we'll do the hundreds, the tens, and the ones. So let's start with the hundreds. 500 minus 200 is 300. The next equation is 20 minus 80. Now, some people might say that you can't do that because there aren't enough. But we know in math, there are negative numbers once we cross 0. So I'd like to subtract 80 from 20 to see how many we have. So if I were to start here at 20 and get to my landmark number, I've already subtracted 20. I need to subtract 60 more in order to get to 80, which gets me to negative 60. And then I'll do the same thing for 4 minus 7. Again, lots of people might say that you don't have enough, but that's just not true because negative numbers help us. So again, if I was to start at 4 and go back to my landmark number of 0, I need to subtract 3 more, and that gets me at negative 3. Now I have 300, negative 60, and negative 3. So if I went from 300 and I went back 60, that gets me to 240. And if I went back 3, that gets me to 237. So using partial differences, even if I have to use negative numbers, helps me to see that 524 minus 287 is 237.